All right. So, let's see, number 6 here is about to hit the 6,000 mark. Which is quite an accomplishment, considering that he's not a farmer. You know, I've seen plenty of, well, not plenty, but you know, I've seen some veteran levels that are 6,000 and beyond, but only with farmers. So this is quite something. Plus, it's also awesome because number 6 is reaching 6,000. That's his goal. He's been working at this for quite a long time. So we're here, all our friends here, to celebrate this occasion. See, let me just put in perspective. I've played this corruptor I'm on quite a lot, and I'm at 256. So nowhere even close to 6,000. And he's Timmy is a monkey right now. He's slapping everybody. Monkey gas. He just got twice in a row. I thought it was something funny like that. That is insane. Twice in a row. That, I mean, the odds of that are astronomical. I've never gotten it twice in a row. Not even close. Just thinking about how rare that is. So we're just hanging out for just a minute, and we'll get going in a second. But again, this whole thing here is for number 6, who is an all-around great guy. Can't believe. Just thinking about that veteran level. That is awesome. Alright, are we ready to go? We've built it up. Okay, so that was the goal is so that he number 6 will hit 6,000 with Bobcat's defeat. So that is what we are going for, but I'm not sure if it'll turn out perfect, but we'll see. Okay, here we are. in Nerva. I do like Nerva as a zone. Yeah, here's the Cray building. Right here, of course. Oop, I'm stunned and held and everything. Luckily, I have Clarion slotted. And a self-heal. That's good too. Oh, didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. Moving on. Whoop, I leveled. Not what we're going for, but it's okay too. Someone noticed. I just thought I just realized like, oh, should I turn off XP? Too late. Don't want anyone not leveling when it's not number 6 or something. I don't know. There's someone else. Amp level 2. Again, Grat's not 6. Oh, there we go. There's Director 11 defeated like a chump. And someone else leveled. Everyone's leveling, apparently. Still on Torchbearer? Yes, we are on Torchbearer at the moment. And this is certainly cause for some dancing. Except I'm using Hasten at the moment. Alright, okay, we'll move on. Yeah, so I've been playing more and more on Excelsior lately. My supergroup is on Excelsior, so I've been doing that a lot. But still got a lot of friends who play on Torchbearer, so that's what I'm doing right now. And I haven't obviously moved all my tunes over, so still got a lot of characters on Torchbearer. Oh yes, that's where you are. You're surprised you haven't run into me yet. Yeah, well, we probably have, but just didn't realize it or something. So it's all good. I've played with most likely everyone on Torchbearer at some point. because it's a great shard. There's a lot of great people there, even still. Like it's one of those things that uh, the server population has gone down, so people end up moving over. And that, I mean, I did that on live too. You know, I moved from one server to another to the more populated server at some point. So it's just something that happens. Oh, you meant you're on Excelsior? Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah. Well, I mean, same thing. I mean, we probably have played together at some point, but maybe haven't realized it. Because I've got a second account too. You know, I play on this account frequently or primarily for streaming, and you know, I've got another account, so it's likely we've seen each other at some point. Are we done here? Almost, almost. He's still at 6 or at 5999. Almost. So close. We're gonna roll over his veteran level in just a moment. Oh, you used to be on Torchbearer back early 2019, but went to Excel before the year ended. Okay. Oh, you've been on a few runs with me, but only when you come over to Torchbearer. Okay, right. Well, as I said, I play a lot now on Excelsior. So, because it's just more populated. I mean, that's what it is, and as I said, that's where our supergroup is. So I do supergroup events. We're doing a few of those a week. So I'm trying to keep up with all of that and have a little dance party real quick. Maybe I should have set up a bind or something, since we're going to be doing this a lot. And then they've got the extinguisher. I don't think I got it on this guy yet. I didn't do my homework. I've got too many alts. Can't get the extinguisher on everyone. Oh well, that's fine. Probably should have on this guy, because I do play him quite a bit. That's okay. Alright, this might be it. We'll see. We'll double check in a moment. The big moment. Everyone's waiting. Alright, let's look. Okay, he's still at 5999. Alright, so the whole thing leading up to this was hopefully to hit 6K on the Bobcat's defeat. But it is what it is. We'll see. just hitting 6,000 is awesome. It's amazing. Alright, Bobcat last, I think, is the the objective here. Because we were going to have a little dance party after it's all done. And number 6 usually likes to confuse Bobcat. So that's always kind of funny to see Bobcat defeating these robots for us. Oh, that was it. Yes? No? Yes! Awesome! There we go. On Neuron's defeat. That's what rolled over the veteran level odometer. How about that? That is awesome. Quite an accomplishment. Yep, there we go. We're all done. Now it's time for a dance party. Well earned, I must say, this time. I'm not usually down for the dance parties, but can't help myself this time. This is absolutely necessary. Because as you can see, number 6 is a Dominator. So even if you could really farm on Dominators, it's not ideal. But yeah, number 6 does not do farms. So hitting 6,000 veteran levels is just incredible. And that's what all of our friends here showed up to celebrate our friend. Some people are joking about what's next. What's the next milestone for number 6? But I think also part of the joke was that he's going to move on to another tune or something. Everyone summon their Vanguard. Why not? But yeah, so supposedly number 6 is gonna uh, play Corruptor or something now. That's the rumor, but I can't tell you what's actually gonna happen. If you get to, I mean, obviously you love a certain tune, because well, this is a here. I'll show it's a Mindside Dominator. Obviously, is the best Dominator there is. You don't get to level 6,000 without enjoying playing a tune. So nothing will probably equal this for number 6, but we'll see. We'll see what he chooses to do. For sake of variety, possibly, but if nothing else, then just to play something different for a while. All these dummies. We had like 6 out at the same time. They're all dead. Now they are. Let's dance a moment more. Why not? That is really funny that characters dance at different, or this particular dance, you do it at different speeds depending on your character size. You can see Amp here is really quickly bouncing. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the Apex, it seems. But still quite the accomplishment. That's why I wasn't sure if number 6 wanted to hit 6,000 on the Apex. I was kind of thinking that might be the case, but wasn't sure what he was preferring. But it's always so funny. It's like now it's been accomplished. Like what? Where do we go from here? There we go. Put that back up. Just so people know. Let's see how many badges. 1152. That's quite a lot as well. That's more than I've got on any of my tunes. Yeah, I'm not much of a badger, but I've tried to gather up some badges on certain tunes, but nothing, not like this. Not quite that many. 10K next, 10,000 next. I'm sure at some point that's what number 6 will go for. Because I just can't see, I can't see him like sticking with another tune as much as he has with this one. Like nothing else will measure up to the Dominator that he's currently playing. I mean, personally, I like a variety. I can't stick with one thing. I play all sorts of tunes, but number 6 is really just stuck with. I mean, he's always on this Dominator, so it's one of those like it's a given, but that might change. Who knows? Oh, Varicor over on Everlasting is at 12K at the moment. Absolutely disgusting. I've heard of people, I don't know anyone personally, but I've heard of people playing just insane amounts. So I know that this isn't the highest that there is, but as I said, it is an extremely amazing accomplishment. And it's not like number 6 hasn't been like specifically working towards this, but nevertheless, it's still amazing. It's like number 6 just loves this tune, loves the Mindside Dominator, and I do too. I built one eventually. I built one that is nowhere near as awesome, but is still pretty great. The Dominators, I mean, in general, Dominators are amazing. But you take it to that next level when you do the Mind-Sai combination. You can do so many things. That other tunes just can't accomplish. So it's just amazing. Oh yeah, for sure. Anything over 1K is already nuts. I've never... I think my highest tune right now is like 350 or something like that, So... I'm nowhere close to even 1,000. And that's like what I have as a farmer. And I don't really farm, but I've farmed up some of my own tunes, on different accounts. So, but I guess if anything, this tune I'm playing on is my closest, or is my highest veteran level. That's a non-farmer. So, put in perspective, 257 versus 6,000, who is just light years away. Let's pull everybody. Yeah, someone already grabbed a few guys. Let's deal with the rest. Come on. Come on, robots. Oh, you have one you stopped at 1,111. Not sure where he'd be if you had... Yeah. that's quite an accomplishment as well. I mean, you gotta play quite a lot to get there. And I do the same... Well, okay, if you say you stopped him at that level, I, for some reason, haven't turned off XP on any of my tunes for whatever reason. I don't know. I'm not going for anything. I'm just like, that's what I do. It's like I know you could get more infamy that way, but you know I'm not starving or anything, so I'm doing okay. Okay, you saw someone a few weeks ago at 1200 and thought that was nuts. 6000 is insane. It really is. It's just like truly a huge accomplishment. That's just I can't even I can't fathom almost. Like it's insane how much I have played with this guy. You know, number 6 so much. You know, I've done so many things with him, and even still, I'm like, how the heck did this guy get to 6,000? It's just, I mean, because I have so many alts myself, but if you add up all the veteran levels on all of my alts, it does not even get close. I probably have like 1,500 veteran levels maximum myself, so I can't even think. It's just wild, you know. It's like to fathom this. Again, he's not a farmer, you know, because I have another friend who his farmer has like 6,300 vet levels in that neighborhood, but again, that's farming. You know, that's constantly killing, you know, thousands of enemies. But to do this, someone's dancing already. To do this as just doing content, you know, like I know number 6 does a lot of the Dark Historia. You know, we'll run through that a lot, but you know, to do real content, to get to this point, you know, it's just amazing. And of course, we are going loreless for this section, because that's what number. This is also like this little part right here with all the robots, the big guys. Um, I've always particularly enjoyed myself, but number 6 also very much enjoys it, and so it's like we want, you know, we're not gonna like take forever, but rather than push through too quickly, we go without lores, you know, lore pets. I've got Nemesis on this guy. Nemesis pets. It's strange. I always tend to pick my lores with regards to the tune itself, because I like to think of this character I'm playing as like a time traveler, you know, because it's a time time secondary, you know, time manipulation, and so I thought, you know, Nemesis is pretty much that. They're from another time. I want to blow your mind. Each vet level is like 5.6 million XP times 6,000. Oh my god. I don't want to do that math. That is insane. That's like So it gets to where like numbers have like no meaning anymore. You know, you get numbers that are so large, it's like your brain can't really process things anymore. It doesn't. You can't put it in perspective. Around 33.6 trillion XP. There you go. That's just a number. That's just, as I said, you get up there and your brain can't really, like, as I said, put it in perspective. Like, what does that even mean? You know? Here, I'll dance. I'll dance with everybody. I usually just watch. I'm usually just like, okay, you guys can dance, but tonight is we're celebrating. Well, plus, you know, it was noted. Oh, 33 billion. Well, still quite a lot. It was suggested that we do things tonight, because tonight's date ends in 6. You know, May 26th. So that was where we were like, okay, let's go ahead and do this. Go ahead and hit the mark, because he had been holding off. Number 6 had frozen his XP, so he was waiting for everybody to join in with him. Here, let me hit this again. Showing off number 6's amazing accomplishment. Hey there, Grudge Monster. Where's Battlemate? There she is. Alright, buffing teammates. That's good stuff. We're just gonna kill. We're just working through. This is a casual run. There we go. There's all the enemies. I'm not even paying close attention, but having a good time. Doing a thing. How goes it? It goes well. It is a night to celebrate our friend. Number 6. See, he just hit 6,000 veteran levels. You know, the whole number 6 thing. So we're here. A lot of us were notified earlier or last night, and we all showed up. All of our friends showed up to take note of this amazing accomplishment for our friend. Yeah, I'll take a merit. That's fine. So I'm just gonna keep his window up for the time being, because again, that is quite something. I don't know if he's gonna freeze it now. He's gonna keep it at 6,000. I think. You know, you want to keep it that certain number. It's awesome. And as I was saying, like, I don't know if this is where he moves on to something for a while. Again, I can't imagine anything else will measure up. Even GMs have mistaken this 6 for the Homecoming dev number 6. Yeah, that's been a thing. People keep joking about, like, is this the dev? Is this who's on, always on Discord and posting in the forums and everything? But it's not. This person is our number 6, the people's number 6, which is, if you're not familiar, number 6 is a reference to a classic British television show called The Prisoner, which is an excellent show. I haven't watched very much of it personally, but I'm working on it. I've got a lot of stuff to watch, but it's very well made. There was even a episode of The Simpsons that spoofed it slightly, so it's worth checking out. It's trippy, yes. I mean, I'm actually very impressed with the production level of everything on that show. I mean, for the time it was made, I think it was like late '60s, and it's like, you'd expect it to be well acted, being a British show. A lot of British shows have excellent actors, uh, but like they don't always have the same budget that American shows would have. But this one is amazingly you know funded, and all the sets and everything. It's really impressive. So it's worth a watch. Blake Seven and the Avengers were shows your mom loved. I haven't watched, I haven't seen either of those, but I've heard of them. But I'll put them on my list. Again, there's a lot of I have a long list of stuff to watch. But here, I'm forgetting. Here we go. It's all about number 6 tonight. This is the whole shtick. Yep, I'm glad all of our friends who were here could join in for the fun. Because Jims was on earlier and went to bed, but at least got to take part, and then here's Shiva and all of our other friends as well, but lots of people, it's bedtime for some folks, so I'll stick around a little bit longer. I'll see what's going on next. Someone's suggesting an Aeon. We might do just that. I don't know. I'll see what people feel like. I'll just join anything, whatever people want to do. No, we might only have 2 people leaving. That might be more favorable to do. Late 60s television can be a bit odd. Yes, yeah, that is true, Grudge Monster. TV in that era was, there were still, they had done a lot of great stuff, but they were always, finding their way. There was always this, it hadn't fully settled in to television at that point. Westerns was still really big, and we're kind of fading away, I guess. But working into the 70s was so crazy for so many networks. All right, take care, Timmy. It was good seeing you. Yeah, thanks for letting us know about the odometer rolling over tonight. I'm glad I could be here for it. Because I did chat with number 6 earlier. Had a little chat. Because I meant to send him a tell offline. Because he was hidden but was around. So I wasn't sure. So I thought, I was like, well, I'll send him an offline message. And sure enough, he was he was there for answering anything. So I was just letting him know I would be here tonight. I was a little late. I didn't quite make it on time, but I'm glad I didn't miss out. So this is amazing. Here, keep forgetting. I want to show off. It's like, this is my friend. I am friends with number 6. Aren't I awesome? Oh yeah. The television there in the late 60s. You think of it as a psychedelic. Drug use was very experimental. Sure. Yeah, they really had a lot of crazy stuff going in that era. I mean, good and bad. I mean, that's when the whole Star Trek got started in the late 60s. And we all know how that turned out. That was pretty successful. you could say. And even um, who's to say whether or not Batman would be what it is today without Adam West and his television program. It's like, looked back at, you think about it now, it's like, it's kind of funny. It's silly in some regards, but who's to say if there would even be modern movies without him? Oh, everyone's already there. That's fine. Alright, so I'm on a ranged tune, so I will take out the chasers this time. gonna do my duty, is what I feel like. It's like, ranged toons have it so much easier to kill these chasers. So, do your melee friends a favor and take these guys out. Because not only am I ranged, but I'm pretty, good. Pretty, fire damage does a lot. I'm not a water defender. There we go. Sniper shots. Yeah, Amp is a fire blaster, so even more damage than I do. Oh, I'm getting hit by that that turret. Okay, just bombs in here. No technician. I'll scrap this one real quick. Closer? There we go. Closer. But number 6 is here to save me. Yeah, this would have been a really tricky bomb. Ow! I thought that was stealth. Oh well. Moving on. Yeah, Grudge Monster saying every decade has its own distinct contribution to culture. Current culture is more shoot yourself in the foot, but you hope it will come around. Yeah, same here. It is a little less enjoyable at times than certain decades, but yeah. I mean, it will. I believe it will form itself around. Like, I mean, the whole thing is like, if people aren't watching something, then that forces things to change. It's like they're not making it for nothing. They're not making it just because. If people are sick of something, whatever it may be, then they'll realize and say, oh, okay, we gotta do something different with this. I don't watch a lot of current stuff, though. So I don't really... I mean, I've heard of, I watch reviews of things sometimes, so I'm familiar somewhat with things, but I don't really watch a lot of current stuff. I mean, as I said, I've got a long list of things to watch, so I'm pretty well set for a while. I'm okay. Oh, I didn't mean to click that, but I'll click it anyway. It's like I feel like there's plenty of backstock of episodes of things. So if you just rather watch that stuff, then you're all right. YouTube can give you a pretty good idea of culture, good and bad. Yes. I feel that. Oh, I guess I didn't click it properly. I feel like that's as I said, I watched like some review channels of they do movies and television, but mostly movies. So it's like I feel like I get a good idea. I mean, obviously, you don't know properly until you actually watch a movie whether or not it's you think it's good or bad. But I mean, you don't have time to watch everything, so and sometimes, frequently, movie reviews can be more entertaining than the movie itself. So I often go with that option. But that's funny. Like I didn't think of. It's just funny. I stumbled onto some of that stuff on YouTube. It's like I didn't. I'm not a huge movie buff. Of course I like movies, but it's not my thing. Like some people who really study that sort of thing. So I wouldn't have seen myself as watching a movie review channel very much, but for some reason it's very, certain ones are very entertaining. So, oh crap. Oh my god. Someone save me. Thank you, person, whoever that was. Either Biz or Euro save me. It's like I'm gonna heal. I can heal myself, but didn't do it in time. Got all these inspirations I'm not using. Look at this. I'm ridiculous tonight. But I'm gonna keep up. Keep up number 6's window. Again, this is about him. This whole stream. Gonna just have it on the side here. I mean, of course we're doing stuff. Whatever it may be. Oh yeah, we're doing the Lord Recluse, but the flashback one. We're not doing the old school challenge, but we are just doing. You can do the flashback without it being the official, challenge. Huh? We got a runner. Where's the runner? Run to. No, it's not those guys, I don't think. Cause some of these guys can teleport. These Malta. See, I'm trying to. It's like you can kind of figure it out. Like, okay, oh, well, they got him. Never mind. Some guys stick out like a sore thumb. You're like, you don't belong to that group. I can tell. You're from that other group over there. I see the way you're moving around. Alright, seeing this little slinger, his cutscene. Oh yeah, okay. You had the idea of making a falling down character, from the movie, and discovered dual pistols. Really fun so far. I'm like almost ashamed to say I haven't seen that movie yet. I'm aware of it. I think it's Michael Douglas is in that, and I really want to see it. It's on my list. You know, I've heard good things. You know, but you know, I'll watch it. If it's that's the thing too is like I'm very um, cheap when it comes to movies and everything. Um, like I know almost all movies are available if you pay money for them. You know, specifically like buy, you know, access to something. But you know, I've got the streaming subscriptions, so it's like I don't want to. It's like I'm already paying for access to movies. Like I don't want to pay on top of all of that. So I assure you, I will watch it at some point. It's a really good. Michael Douglas was excellent in it. Yeah, I was pretty sure that was Michael Douglas in that movie. So yeah, I've heard so many good things. You know, it's just a matter of time. I'll see it eventually. Hey, where's Biz? I didn't want to. Oh no! There we go. I can heal my friends somewhat. Yeah, I assure you, I will watch it someday. If it's on one of my services, my subscription streaming services. I mean, because there's like movies I keep, or I will continually search for that, you know, just aren't available sometimes, or even it's weird. Like some movie, okay, well, Falling Down surely is popular enough that someone is paying for the rights to stream it, you know. But there's other movies that like are less popular that you know still have a fan base, but um, you know one example I'm thinking of is for the longest time I'd heard good things about the movie Vanishing Point, and I just couldn't find it. It was like even unavailable for buying for purchase on Amazon or something like that. It was ridiculous. I was like, why is this this movie just completely unavailable? And finally it became some streaming service finally had it up, and so I finally watched Vanishing Point, and it was amazing. I really enjoyed it. It's like this movie is like about nothing basically, except this guy that's just driving. You know, this guy is delivering a car, or that's his job. You know, he's like driving a car. I think it's from like Denver to L.A. or something like that, and it's just there's like almost nothing going on, but it's so great. Like I can't tell you exactly why it's so good, but for some reason it just wasn't available. You know, I kept searching like over a period of like 2 years or something. I just couldn't find it, and finally it just showed up somewhere, and it was worth the wait. I can say that. Oh, Grudge Monster, you came into the streaming services late. Your DVD collection is embarrassingly large. That's not a bad thing. That's my DVD collection is embarrassingly small. That's more of the thing, um, because I mean, more and more you get. I've seen this complaint as you get the movies that are available through streaming are not necessarily the proper versions of things, or they may be the wrong. I mean, because there's like color grading that they do with certain releases, and other some strange editing in things that you don't want from the official release or something like that, and so you just take what you get from the streaming services. And if you have the DVD, then you've got the official proper release. So that's how it is. Like, well, cause see, I can say, an example is what was it? Oh, okay. I recently I watched, or recently, I say recently, it was like a year and a half ago or whatever, but I hadn't ever seen THX 1138, and so I watched it on one of the streaming services, and it turned out to be the version that George Lucas had added content to, and I wish it was just the theatrical. I wish I wouldn't have seen that specific version. With all the effects. It was like it stuck out because there was like some like weird like animal creature things that were added to this movie, and it was obvious that it wasn't from this early 70s or late 60s, whenever it came out. So it was a little frustrating. It was like, what is this doing? This is ridiculous, like CGI in this movie from the 70s or whatever. It did not mesh well. So if you've got the original DVD, that's not going to happen. Yeah, there are a couple versions. You have a DVD with both versions. Okay. Well, see, I wish. Okay, it's like I didn't mind it so much because the movie's great. It's very interesting. The whole world it builds. THX 1138. It's a good movie. I just wish it was like they let me know before I watched it, like, this is the modified version. Because George Lucas is notorious with that. People have offered their opinion with that, very much so, with some of his movies, but that's neither here nor there. All I'm saying is I wish I would have been notified before I watched it. This is the updated version. Thank you. That's all I wanted to know. I still would have watched it. That wouldn't have stopped me, but you just don't. That's the streaming services. That's the one of the downsides. Because I don't think the unmodified version was available. So, but that's a common thing. Back in the day, Ted Turner did all the colorization of stuff, and some people had a problem with that. The black and white movies that had all of a sudden become colorized. I guess I'm obviously more modern, so I wouldn't be upset about that. But again, it's like you just want a heads up. Like can you let me know before I watch it what I'm in for. He is a little neurotic and likes to keep fiddling with his films. Yeah, George Lucas. Yeah, very much so. It's kind of his hallmark nowadays. Unfortunately, he's a great filmmaker. I'll give him credit. I've seen so many things where people like to make fun of him or whatever, but yeah, he does. I can't tell you why or any reasoning exactly. You can only speculate. Is he not completely satisfied with how something was finished? Was there something that he feels he needs to correct or something? But there he is. Okay. But yeah, he does that. I mean, obviously the Star Wars thing, the whatever. Yeah, I can't think of like the terminology they used. Special edition. That's what it is. Yeah, they did that, and that was a big sticking point with many people. But yeah, it's not just that. As I said, THX 1138 was updated for whatever reason. Or he added stuff, and so, as I said, the movie, I still enjoyed the movie very much, but I guess I just wish I would have been I wanted to know before watching what I was in for. Because yeah, some of it, as I said, there was some special effects that were just, obviously from a different decade. Like that, certain special effects were not available when the movie came out. But it didn't stop me from enjoying it. So I can say that much. It's a great movie. It's so like, the whole world, it builds is just, yeah, you don't want to visit it, but it's fascinating to witness. Minx. I'm paying attention, sort of, to what's going on around me. Grudge Butcher saying special enhanced director's final super final cut. That's the thing too, like George. I was picking on George Lucas, but he's not the only one by any means. The one of the most famous movies to be recut or stuff added or stuff taken away, editing or something like that, is Blade Runner. Ridley Scott just wouldn't let things be. Apparently, when the studio, it's not just the director. Studios decide, make decisions on, sometimes they readjust or re-edit movies based on test screenings, and that is for the worse. Sometimes they're really dumb in their decisions. So there's plenty of movies with multiple cuts that don't make sense sometimes. Yeah, Ridley Scott. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, as I said, yeah, Blade Runner has so many versions that it's just crazy. And apparently too, he's a little silly in some of his decisions. It's not sensical what he's done, but who am I to judge? If they're successful and people like things that they do, I'm not going to argue. Not too much, at least. Oh, you think there are 4 versions now of Blade Runner? I think there's more. I don't know. that's something I'm working on a list. Like I have seen Blade Runner. Okay, I've at least seen that, but I want to see it again. And I think, like, see, I remember the first time I was looking into watching Blade Runner. I had to do research for Pete's sake. Like, which version do I watch? I was like, this is ridiculous. I had to figure it out, and I think I chose wrong too. I think it's been a while. It's been a while since I watched it, so I don't remember exactly. I think I watched the theatrical cut because I thought that was what if this is the official release, then this is the one I should be watching, right? But um, supposedly that's one of the worst ones because it's got the Harrison Ford narration, which he was not on board with. I watched some movie review channels, and so yeah, supposedly Harrison Ford was not a fan of the narration, and so he did it badly, hoping they wouldn't use it, and they used it anyway, and that became the official theatrical release. So whatever, things are crazy. But I will watch. Okay, Blade Runner is on one of the streaming services. The I did also watch the Blade Runner 2049, and I really like that too. That was a good movie. And let's say I'm not a connoisseur of movies, so to speak, but I am particular. I dislike a lot of movies, so I really like that one. That was good too. But I want to watch. It's like I want to watch both of them again. I feel like it's worth. Certain movies really deserve more than one viewing, and I think both of those do. And so I'll get to that eventually as well. All these things. You only have so many hours in a day, don't you? Can't watch everything, so you gotta be particular. Read your comment, Grudge Monster. Quentin Tarantino actually made it a point that there is only one version of Pulp Fiction, which I think it was a dig at all the director's cut versions that were coming out. That's fascinating, actually, to think about, because my goodness, could you have so many different versions of Pulp Fiction if that was what you wanted to do? He could make a buttload of money releasing like 5 different versions of Pulp Fiction if he wanted to. But I gotta give it to Quentin Tarantino. He is really a good filmmaker, and so it's like he does things his way. He gets to just, I mean, because he writes and directs his own writes his own movies and then directs them. And he's just so it's unique, and gets to do everything's so violent, but it's like this glorious violence, and it's so he's great. I gotta give him credit. That said, I haven't seen all of his movies. I haven't watched all of them. I kind of got tired of them for a while. I was like, okay, I've seen, I got his shtick, and like, I don't want to watch anymore for a while, but I'm coming back. Like I was like, because I'd seen the old his classic ones, Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction and Jackie Brown, and then it's like, okay, I kind of stopped for a while, and then like it's been several months, but I did finally watch Hateful Eight. That was a really good movie too. I wasn't sure, but it's like star-studded. It's one of those movies that's like so many great, accomplished actors that I thought, oh, is this going to be just a kind of a puff piece movie? But no, it was really great. I mean, yeah, again, he's got his style, and so I kind of got tired of it. But it's like he always makes quality movies. You can count on that. It's not going to be, you know, low rent or anything. True Romance was his first screenplay. Excellent film. I haven't seen that. I'm not even familiar with that exactly. I'll have to look that up. I'm guessing he didn't direct it. Maybe he just wrote it. Because I'm pretty sure Reservoir Dogs was his first film that he directed. Because yeah, I got into a little, like I said, I watched his first three movies. I was in a little phase. I was like, I gotta do this. I mean, Pulp Fiction, of course, though, is like, I mean, there's not required viewing for any movie ever, but it's like if there was, Pulp Fiction would be on a list for required viewing. It's just so iconic, It has this, it's a timeless quality as well. Like it doesn't feel dated, and you know, you just it's just enjoyable, because it's got that. I mean, plenty of movies have also done the out of order, not timeline, not you know editing or story wise, where things are back and forth. But that's very iconic for that 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 feature it has. Oh, okay, Tony Scott, you believe directed Amazing Cast. Okay, I will look into that. I will check. Uh, I'm a IMDb frequent viewer. I like to look things up, so I will check that out. And likely watch it if it's again if it's available to me for free. I'm big on that. I mean, because it's like if my list, of stuff I want to watch. Oh yeah, let me put it number six thing. Number six is day. We're celebrating. Um, if I were to pay for every movie that is on my list, it would be hundreds of dollars, maybe thousands. So I can't afford that. That's ridiculous. But let's just say, if I were a billionaire, I would still refuse to pay for certain movies. It's like I'm subscribed to this service. Why should I have to pay extra for a movie or something like that? When I could just wait, because there's like a rotating stock of available movies. So I'll just wait. It'll come to me eventually. Yeah, get out of here, Synapse. Nobody likes you. That's funny. Okay, they're killing Citadel. That's funny. I was reading the Wikipedia recently because I did a mission where I was fighting Citadel, and so apparently his name used to be Bastion, or however that's pronounced, and there was a Marvel character that had that same name, and I guess they complained or something like that to the developers of this game, and we're like, no, we've got that. There's a hero with that name already. We're gonna sue you or something, I guess. And so they changed his name to Citadel. But there is still in-game reference to his previous name. So they didn't scrub all memory of it, but let me organize a little bit and make a break free. I'm surprised I didn't have one of those already. I'm slacking. Oh my gosh, Grudge Monster saying, from True Romance, Christopher Walken, Christian Slater, Brad Pitt, Dennis Hopper, James Gandolfini, and Gary Oldman. That is a major cast, just in itself. And there's like 40 plus big name actors that were cast before they got big. That's incredible. That is a major cast already. And if it's before, if it would have been before Reservoir Dogs, I think that was 92. So that would have been before some of those guys got really huge. So that does make sense in the time, the timeline. I mean, those big name stars, they gotta start somewhere. They gotta get big somehow. So yeah, I will definitely look that up. I feel like I've heard that name, the movie title, but I just don't recall, where or how I know it from. But as I said, like, Quentin Tarantino is an excellent, writer. He writes all the movies he's directed, and as I said, you're always going to get quality from him. I mean, it may not be your particular taste, as I got tired of his style for a little while, but I've come back to it. But you're never going to get a poor quality script from him. You're crazy, Grudge Monster. You found 3 maps that have a taco gauge in them. City of Heroes devs love to sneak in little chuckles where they could. You did mention that before, Um, I've yet to find one, but I haven't been looking specifically, so I was like, I'll keep my eyes out for them. But I just, yeah, that's funny that they would have such a thing. I will. I'm kind of like it's been in the back of my mind, like to like if I see something funny, I will take a closer look, but I haven't yet. But I know you mentioned one of the maps was a kind of like dilapidated warehouse or something like that. So I will. I'm gonna keep an eye out for them. Okay, I'm going to take a short break. I'm not sure what's up next for us, but seems like we got some people sticking around, so we'll do something. But I'll be back in a few minutes, and we'll continue, as well as celebrate number 6, hitting 6,000 veteran levels. Amazing. Okay. Alright, good timing. Also, Biz is back. Okay, Garage Monster here in the first map now with the taco gauge. It's a Skulls mission. Put a stop to the Skulls operation in Hyperion Way. Okay, I'll look for that. I'll try to see if I can. Because I want to see this. I like haven't, but there's so many details in this game that just go unnoticed. But I am going to be seeking it now. We'll be looking out for it. Even to the point that's soon I will specifically try to look, try to get a mission with it. Okay, so we are chilling for a minute. Guess I didn't tell my team I'm back yet. So we gotta pick something to do. Whatever, I'm game for anything. Probably won't be going too much longer, but we'll just see how things go. Because I wanna hang out with my friends for a while, but yeah, number 6 in particular, since this is his special day. Alright, he offered some suggestions. So it is the weekly, the Mortimer Cal. And I actually did 2 of those earlier. We did some like really speedy Cals. Or I jumped on with he was a global friend, but it was just kind of random, it was not planned. That I was just like, I'll jump on a couple Cals, we'll do them real quick, and that was that. I do really enjoy the Cals. Okay, that looks like what we're going to be doing. That was suggested because they're really quick. Mortimer Cals are. And someone is getting a little sleepy, which is fine. It's understandable now. And this time, this hour, oh my gosh, it's really late. Especially if you're on the East Coast. It is very late in the evening. Oh, alrighty, let's just go. We're going for it. But we're not gonna go super speedy. The ones I did earlier were about 10 minutes. But we're not gonna go that fast, but it does, it doesn't take very long to do this because there's 4 missions, I think. Yeah, 4 missions. Oh, I'm stuck. Stuck again. Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. But yeah, one of these missions is like super short. Oh my gosh, I'm getting stuck on everything here. I did so much better earlier. I was zooming through. I was keeping up with all my teammates, and now tonight I'm getting stuck on everything. These maps, I mean, they're very nice to look at. I enjoy these circle of thorns temples, but they're terrible to run through. Okay, where am I? See, I only have. I'll go for a big one. That's fine. Let's make another wakey. I mean, break free equivalent. Alright, everybody's killing stuff, that's fine. I'm slow. I'll catch up. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna use this for the first time tonight. Temporal selection. I've got it, like why not use it, right? It's ridiculous. I'm telling you. I don't know why. I'm not like have an aversion to using it. I just forget about it. Because it doesn't do very much. I don't know, I also like, I'm not a huge fan of the single target buffs. You know, I was like, I mentioned earlier I was playing this same Strike Force, and you know, I was playing on a pain domination character, and so one of the most awesome powers from that set is Painbringer, and so of course I have it in my build. You know, you can't not take it, right? That's oh, okay, I wasted it. I was confused. And myself. Oh my god, that hurts. Myself was confused as well. So I wanted to attack Amp, but I didn't react fast enough to attack Amp. Oh well. So you know, earlier I was saying like I was on a pain domination character, and you know I keep forgetting to use Painbringer because I hate the single target buffs. You know, I just like these are the ones I like. Boom and boom. Simple as that. I guess I'm not. I don't care as much for buffing. It's like I want to get it over with. Besides, a single target buff doesn't help me. Well, why bother, right? Okay, everyone in this room is dead, and except for Numina. I like debuffing. I don't mind those single target debuffs. So that's good stuff. Those are the best usually. Oh, I don't have access to that. So we're at level 40. You know, it's surprisingly, this whole Strike Force doesn't really feel like you're losing anything. But you are at level 40. So you don't have Incarnates, and you don't have the last two of your powers. that you selected for your build. So in this case, I do not have my Greater Fire Sword. Yeah, don't have that, and I don't have Rain of Fire. But I don't really use Rain of Fire very much anyway. I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, it's not a bad power, but it's not something I particularly like. You know, those patch powers. Ouch. You know, the powers that cause fear on enemies. You know, they run away from certain powers, and I don't like that. I mean, sometimes you just gotta go with it. It's just how things are. Like, sleet. I mean, you have to take sleet if that's in your power set. You know, cold domination. You have to take sleet. It's just so awesome. But it does the same thing where it's like, you know, you plop it down and enemies tend to run away. Not always. But yeah, for this build I'm using right now, I actually just had one extra power. Like, I didn't need. You know, I was done with picking stuff, and I had something I didn't need. So I was like, well, I'll just pick Rain of Fire. Leave it unslotted. Whatever. It's you know, it's not a bad power, but I don't really tend to use it very much. Just doesn't work into my playstyle. Alright, that's that. See if I can heal up Biz a little bit. Alright, I think we're sort of done. People are still killing stuff. That's fine. That's why, you know, I was saying earlier we were like, I did some speed cows, but this one, we like to lollygag a little bit. Have a little dance party. Again, this is number 6's celebration. Here, I'll bring up the window in a second. After this next well, this next mission's super short, but you know, good enough. Making sure everybody knows number 6 has hit level 6,000. Alright, there we go. You see, though, like, these guys are put to sleep, and then they'll be confused any moment. That guy's confused. There we go, I'm gonna buff my friends. Here, you wake up. Attack your friends. So he attacks like his, like, the non-combatant NPCs. Look at that. Oh my god, look what you did to your friend. It's ridiculous. It's hilarious, but oh well, you gotta die. That's the thing. We can't move on unless you're dead. Talking to Odysseus. Oh, there we go. We're done. And number 6 says it's Angry Mittens time. The Fists of Vulcan do. I mean, I wouldn't call them mittens, but you know, I think they look pretty awesome. But they do, you know, it's a odd accessory to be wearing without, you know, coordinating costume. You know, it's one of those like it sticks out a lot if you're just wearing your regular clothes and then wearing those. Well, I'm gonna click the stuff. I'm gonna get the Kalui. Whether or not it's this one, it's always the metal crate. Is that it? I don't know. So one, there's two. He clicked it. That's okay. That's good. Oh no, he didn't. I got it. Nope. Purple Nurple. Purple Nurple. Ridiculous. And Amp is having a little nap. Hey, it was another level. Oh, that was Amp's level. I was about to say. I think number 6 is gonna freeze it right here. I think that's it. 6,000 for now. Until he changes his mind. And goes for higher. But yeah, that is really crazy. I mean, 6,000. That's so wild. I mean, I can't fathom that. Like for myself, like I haven't played this game that much, and especially not on one tune. Although there's much worse games to be investing your time. You know, you could do worse than this game, but it's pretty good, pretty good. Alright, going for Montague here. So funny, I was like, for the longest time, like I know Montague is like a real name. You know, it's not some like weird made up something for this game or something, but like one of the counties in my area has the same spelling as this guy's name, but it's pronounced Montague. And so I would say his name is Montague for the longest time. And I heard someone say, pronounce it on another stream, Montague. And I was like, oh, right, duh. That's how you pronounce that. you know, because the county nearby is Montague. That's I always, you know, even in my head, like I guess there's like certain things that you just um, you may not say out loud, you know, unless you're like a voice chat a lot or something. It's like so you go for a long time without speaking a word, you know, and so you would pronounce it a certain way to yourself, and all of a sudden you realize, oh my gosh, that I've been wrong this whole time. I'm finally using some inspirations. I'm like always on that. I'm trying to tell people use up your inspirations. They just keep coming. But nope, I forgot. So I'm really glad to have been able to participate in number six's rollover on the old odometer. I guess I like apparently he had been frozen. He had like turned off XP for some time now because I had already expected. Like I haven't been as active with this group of friends lately, and so I just assumed that I'd missed out on the 6K. You know, I wanted to be there, of course, but I guess I didn't expect them or expect number six to like wait on everybody. But sure enough, he did, and made sure everyone was notified on this. Well, now it's rolled over to May 27th, but you know we the thinking was it being May 26th. You know, a date that ended in six. So to try to make it a neat little coincidence, I guess. Yep, and well, here's Mr. Angry Mittens, as he was previously called. It looks crazy when he's got the domination on him. He's like holding his head in agony with those fists of Vulcan. It's pretty crazy looking. Alright, that's it, but we are going to clear out the rest of these warriors. Just a couple more dudes. There we go. Okay. I think we're done here. Our warehouse. Wonder if there's a taco in here. Probably not. I'm gonna look for it. I'll find it eventually. Nope, not seeing anything. Just pretty standard. Alright, one more mission. And we're gonna kind of take our time. Yeah, I mean these can be done. These strike forces can be done in 10 minutes or less if you're really hoofing it. But we do like to kind of have some fun with things. It's one of those I feel that you can only speed so many times before it becomes, boring. Like I'm not like a mega speedster, but I did some pretty good times on almost everything. And I still like to there's certain parts of some task forces and strike forces that are just really boring at times. You want to just move past them if you can. So there's still some merit to speeding. But, doing that, going mega speed all the time is just it's a little boring. Oh, I forgot. This is gonna be a longer mission. Let's keep up number 6's info there. So it always goes away. Every time you load up a new map, you're gonna lose the info. So yeah, and then I guess what I kind of like especially is that this 6000 wasn't like a specific goal. It's just this person number 6 has played so much that it's like it was inevitable at some point. So that makes it for me, I appreciate it more that way. Because if it was a goal, I mean, it's it kind of detracts, because people go really hard on badges or something like that, and it's that's what if you enjoy that, go ahead, but it kind of feels like someone who's a hardcore badger, it takes away from the experience for me. Sometimes it's nicer to just take your time and enjoy it. And so that's what number 6 did with this veteran level. was, he's sure he does play a lot. So it's not exactly, you know, super casual, but he really earned it. Alright, we're gonna kind of, we like to hang out and just to make sure we get the full ambush. Because if you don't if you go too quickly, and even still, it's like we weren't going. Look, I mean, we cleared out everything so far. You don't get the full ambush for whatever reason. It's just weird. It's kind of dumb too. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta wait. It's a dumb. It's a weird objective thing that we're just kind of waiting here. I'm not sure this strike force is working 100%. It's like I feel like if this game had continued to be developed, they might have adjusted some things for this. Especially now. I mean, my goodness, this has been a couple minutes where we're just standing here waiting on nothing. Because it's supposed to be the ambush is an extra challenge for people. But obviously, it is not very much so. Like if your team is this slow, then you're in trouble. Alright, I think they're just okay, let's just go, whatever. Alright, you're gonna click it, there we go. Click the thing, that's fine, let's move on. This is too long. So I'm all about taking a beat to relax and get the full ambush, but that was silly. I can't believe how long that was. It just wasn't working. That's what I was meaning is I can't imagine that was the intentions of the developers. There, oh, is that it? Security drones arriving finally. Alright, okay, now we fight Positron. And some robots, apparently. Once Positron shows up, then we'll fight him, but he's a little late. Ouch, I'm getting hit by a lot of things. Oh shoot, doing your favorite Strike Force, Austin. I do enjoy this one very much. This is a really good one. And we we enjoy it ourselves quite a bit. But we go for the, like, look at all these robots. Oh my gosh, this is ridiculous, but awesome. We try to get like as many robots as possible, but for some reason Positron has not shown up yet. What is that about? This is we're getting like a really buggy version of this apparently. It's like there's supposed to be a cutscene right now, but it has not triggered yet. Oh, it's a great speed run, Strike Force. It is. Oh, we got hit the computer. I guess I never actually did that. I guess I didn't realize. Someone else always did it for me. Yeah, I did some speed runs on this Strike Force earlier today. You know, I did 2 in a row because someone was running it for the weekly bonus, and so both of our runs were like just a shade over 10 minutes. So, but yeah, with this group of friends I'm with currently, we like to just like goof around. So we take a little extra time on things. That's funny. I guess I never even noticed that this computer was clickable. So just all these little things you miss. Has a nice mix of all the speedy skills, so it's just an all-around fun time. It is. I really do enjoy this one. That's why, you know, earlier, you know, when someone was you know, running these, I thought, hey, yeah, I'll do that. And I do enjoy speeding it as well, but you know, with this group of friends, we just like, as I said, like just like to take our time and kind of goof around. We already did the robot ambush apparently, though. There's no more robots showing up. That's okay. Oh yeah, good running segment, lots of AVs, some talkie missions, interesting power interactions. Yeah, I mean this is a great one, and it's you can speed it or you can take your time, you know, but there's great things to do. You know, it's like it doesn't like prevent you from taking your time as well. So that's what's also enjoyable. Like there's not defeat alls. That can be very tedious in some strike forces. So, yep, we're done. Having a little dance party. That's fine. I'll jump in for a moment. Oh yeah, different strokes for different folks. Of course. Play it the way you have the most fun. Oh, you're just kind of a speed only guy, so you know. Really underrated run. Fun for the whole family. I mean, I certainly do enjoy doing speed runs on things. Like, I don't go mega speed, like some people, and, especially some people do like the exploit stuff, which is whatever. I'm not a fan of that. Doing the teleport through the walls practically. But I certainly do enjoy doing speed runs, and that was like, um, I mean, it helps you acquire stuff like resources, money and merits and stuff. Because for me, I've basically funded all of my tunes from speedrunning. Like, I have done some farming. I have done that. I think everyone has to at some point if you make a lot of tunes. But we're all done. That's it. Map clear. But I made the bulk of my money or resources or whatever through speedrunning. So where is it? There. So I can't recommend speedrunning enough from that point of view. Oh, you're on the extreme end when it comes to speedruns. Yeah, it's certainly not for everyone. Again, I'm not against it. Going mega speed. I've enjoyed. Like, I've been on. I would probably be the one who was slowing up the team, if anything, on those like mega speed runs. But I enjoy like it. Certain missions are just like lame, and so you want to speed past them, and I'm all for that. Rather than just fighting your way through everything all the time. That's no fun either. But I've gained an appreciation for stuff like this. Like, we just goof around right now. We like waste time for no reason. There's no reason to be doing this right now. We're done, But all of us enjoy this sort of silliness. Because eventually, I mean, for me, it was, and it's strange with like my group of friends. They like kind of reach the same conclusion of, you know, we got tired of speed running all the time, and so we kind of had to figure out a way to make it interesting again. So this is what we ended up with, is screwing around. Okay, you just like seeing how fast a run can be possible on a current build of the game, whether that involves bug or exploits, yada yada. Yeah, I get that. I mean, that's a very popular thing nowadays. Doing speed runs for everything. Like, people do videos and all kinds of things like that about that stuff, and that's it. If that's what you find enjoyable, then go for it. I'm personally like, I don't like the exploit part of things. as I was saying, like I don't know, like I don't do it myself, and so I don't fully realize how. Like I've been informed on how it like kind of works, doing that, like, because there's like certain teleports you can kind of do things to teleport to certain areas that you really shouldn't be able to, and so that's why I'm referring to it as an exploit. It's not technically the proper gameplay, but with especially with a game like this, um, where it's all okay. I mean, there is PvP. Like if you were cheating in PvP, I would take more issue with that. But if you're all on a team, if everyone's like pulling the same way, it doesn't really matter to me. It doesn't bother me in the spirit of the game. If you're cheating to help your teammates, that's fine. It's not a big deal to me. So okay, yeah, obviously against any file tampering with the game files or outside programs, but just whatever can be done in game. Yeah, usually that involves camera clipping and teleporting to cursor or target. Yeah, as I said, I've been informed about how some of this generally works. If you're doing that, because it just allows you to get to uh, parts of the map more quickly than you technically should. But as I said, it doesn't really matter because, I mean, you're part of a team, and so it's like if you just help your team earn merits faster, that's not really a big deal. Now, if you were like trying to say, "Oh, this is a world record," I'd be like, "Eh," you know. If that's the way you're claiming something, like we did this as we're so awesome. It's like, you kind of cheated, but again, I don't really care. So ultimately, if you're having fun, that's what it is. You've won. There we go. There we go. Want to put up number six's info there once more, because I think this is going to be where we part ways. Yeah, everyone's going to sleep or taking a little break anyway. So I was feeling the same thing. I didn't want to keep going too long. It's already pretty late. Oh, you'd say that it is 100% is the world record if it's done in the game, which is kind of consensus for any percent speedies across all games. But yeah, everyone's free to have their own thoughts on it. Yeah, I mean that's just how I feel. Is like if you are, I guess, I mean, again, I don't really care, but if you're accomplishing something that is, um, not with the spirit of playing the game, as I said, like an exploit or something, I would like not consider that record valid. But whatever. Again, it doesn't. These things don't really matter. It's like, my opinion. If you've done something that's like, I mean, there is skill in using exploits as well. So, by all means, that should not be diminished. But as I said, I personally wouldn't count certain things, but again, whatever. To me, it doesn't really matter. Well, you end up getting a lot of exceptions, like if you accidentally cancel at a door or skip a cutscene, etc. Yeah, it's a run ballot. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of, you know, uh, variables that you could consider with these things, and so it's just, again, it is what it is. So, because I've seen, I've taken part in like some like crazy speed runs at one point, and I know they've been beaten by now, but I did like the Magisterium that was just so crazy fast. I felt like, well, I guess I didn't feel like it was especially valid. I was like, did we really do this the way it was intended? But in the end of the day, we got the same rewards. So that's kind of the ultimate thing as well. Is like, that's why people do speed runs, is for the rewards. Not the. I'm not talking about the record stuff, but why people speed task forces is to get the stuff at the end. I mean, of course, it's a game. There's enjoyment, so there's that. But doing that, doing speedy as opposed to, a clear all or something like that. So. Gotta have fun for sure. Yeah, I mean, again, it's a game, so that's why I'm trying to like, I've like made myself realize, like, don't take things too seriously. It's a game. If so, it's with everything. Like, if someone's bothering you or annoying you or something like that, just try to step back and realize, hey, we're all here to have fun. Maybe this is their way of having fun. So anyway, okay, here's number 6. He's done all this stuff. All his accomplishments, he's informed everyone. And he's done this stuff for real. Like, I haven't witnessed all of it, but my goodness, he has been. So he's carried teams before that I've been on, and so this guy is no joke. So that's what I'm gonna close out here. Just making sure everyone gets a good look at number 6 here. This is so awesome. Mindside Dominator. Don't underestimate it. You may not realize its true potential. It's a whole. I mean, this is another archetype in itself, practically. If you do Mindside Dominators, it is just wild. It's like, I don't even know how to play it properly. I have one. I do it pretty well, but I can't even begin to get on this guy's level. All right, have a good night. Sure, I'll run into you on Excel one of these days. I'm sure it'll happen. I was playing. I did some. I mean, I did speedy cows on Excel earlier today. So, and yeah, as I said, I have multiple accounts. I have two accounts. So if I don't see you on this guy or this account, I'll see you somewhere else. I'm sure it's inevitable. There's only so many people, so we'll see each other someday. I'm sure. But anyway, that'll do it for me tonight. And appreciate anyone hanging out, stopping by, and number 6 is awesome. Just want to make sure that is known. This guy, awesome.